Hello, guys. This is Michael Clark here. Tonight, I want to talk about me enjoying listening and a skill that I feel like I have. Um, because even though I do enjoy talking to other people, I consider myself to be a very critical person. I like to criticize a lot of things, but because I feel strong about things. But also, I do find other people's opinions and story more interesting to me, and it's probably why I feel like I'm more of an empathic listener and maybe a critical listener at times, but mostly an empathic listener because I just want to hear what the other person has to say. Now, in chapter 6, they talk about a lot about listening or listening skills or listening types of listening, and it just caught my eye. When I read about empathic listener or critical listening, it explains why I like to listen to other people because just something about hearing their opinions just really clicks with me. I found myself in situations, especially in high school. I remember in high school, a person would just want to talk to me about something they feel strong or emotional about, and I never give my take on it, unless they ask for it. But I never get my take on it because to me it's like some people just want to be heard. Now, granted, I was the quiet kid in high school, but I did got an email. But I was the quiet kid in high school, so it's probably why people just come up to me, just talk about whatever they wanted to talk about. But I didn't mind. I just I wanted to listen to them, and I feel like it's important to listen to other people because I feel like sometimes people want to talk about something and just get it out their system. Um, there was this personal experience, and that I remember it happened fairly recently. As I remember, a coworker of mine, I work in the afternoons. A coworker of mine was having an emotional trouble at his other job, which he works in the mornings. I'm not gonna get into details, but he did feel comfortable sharing with me. I'm just gonna give like a very vague what he wanted to talk to me because I feel like context is important. But he did have to talk about management there and the troubles that is happening with the company he's working with and some of the problems in it. And he had some opinions of what he thought was right and what he thought was wrong. And I just kept listening to him, showing that I'm listening because I was showing that I'm listening is important because a person wants to make sure that I'm engaged in what he has to say. And sometimes I think people just want to talk about something, talk about their personal problem and just let it out. They don't want to be judged. They just rather just be heard. And I think that's very important in today's society, especially with the internet. And I feel like people feel like they're being heard less and less. So I think just having someone to talk to and that other person's just not saying anything, just showing and they're listening, I think that's very important, and it feels good for them, like right here in their heart. I don't know what side their heart is. Right side, right? That's where their heart is. Their hearts. It feels good in their hearts. I'm not gonna go into where the heart system's at, but it feels good in their hearts, and it's why I found chapter 6 to be an interesting topic and an interesting chapter. And I just really like to listen to other people, and I found that chapter, going over the different types of skills and different types of listening, to be very interesting to me. Is probably why I consider my skills to be an empathic listener because it helps people out, and it's something that I just find fascinating. Sometimes again, people just want to be heard, and being an empathic listener, it's just very important in today's society. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.